ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Rose against Lillard. No luck.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Now the pass to Big Daddy. Lillard against Butler. Lillard the pass to Big Daddy. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. The Bulls leading by 11. Rose attacking. That doesn't go either for Rose.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
No good from Big Daddy.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Dunleavy kicks to Rose. And count it from 19 feet away. Rose has got 6 points.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Pass to Aminu. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Big Daddy. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Kicks it out to Lillard. Down low. Here's Big Daddy. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Chicago timeout call.
Start it.
All right then, let's get up. Let's get loud for your Blazer dancers.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on what Terry Stotts had to say in his huddle. He told the team...
Trailblazers trail by 14. Big Daddy in at shooting guard. Plumlee out there with Henderson. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Kaman in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
Mirotic's shot is off. The Trailblazers shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Henderson dishes to Plumlee. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
And, Greg, I'm not quite sure why it took them as long as it did to finally get things going, but as we always say, better late than never.
There's the dish to Henderson. Davis sets a screen. Henderson passes to Davis. The shot by Lillard wide open. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Rose kicks to Dunleavy. No good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Now here's Henderson. Guarded closely. Passes it to Big Daddy. Dishes it to Henderson. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. To the left wing. Dunleavy for 3. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Kicks it to Lillard. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on Jimmy Butler.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt. Lillard has been playing really well. 18 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
Butler goes in. That is good. And the Bulls lead by 8. The Trailblazers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. It's stolen by Dunleavy. He dishes it to Mirotic. Wants to get it to Rose, and does. Off target from the baseline.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Davis with a screen on Rose. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Bulls leading by 8. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Big Daddy. Butler with the ball. Feeds it to Mirotic. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists in the game.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Aminu's checked in. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily.
Well, first off,
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jimmy Butler. He put his team on his back and carried them as we've seen him do before. But it never gets old. A textbook example of making play after play to lead the way. And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trailblazers up against the Boston Celtics in Boston. Taking a look at the Celtics, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And All-Star Weekend approaching, always a big stage, but how desirable is it today for players to be in a big market? Kenny, do you think that aspect is as important as it used to be?
No. When Miami Heat won the NBA championship, small market team, they're about 29th market. San Antonio Spurs win the NBA championship, small market team, below 30 in terms of U.S. cities. So, no, you just have to have – guys want to be on good teams, great teams. That's more memorable than being in a
edition of the NBA. Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And boy, they really got humiliated in that game, guys.
If that was
So it's coming to this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, they just really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game. You could just see they were pressing, just couldn't get anything to go on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and guys, once they got spiraling downward, there seemed to be no way to get out of it. All their offense went to pot.
Pass to Kaman. Kaman a screen. Up top, Henderson. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Big Daddy. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Screen by Lee. Outside Bradley. Happy to see that one go in for a second make in 5 attempts.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
Here's Henderson. Takes the 13-footer. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Conley setting the pick for Calderon. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
The pass to Rozier. Now the feed to Zeller. Kaman with the defensive effort.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Here's Henderson. Nice teamwork to set up the big play and make the space for the J.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Zeller. Up and in on the layup. Zeller's got his second basket of the game.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 7. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this. And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful tenure with.
The only hard part of that decision.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks boxed in his stockpile.
Well, I don't know how he would address that question, but I do know he's feeling real good about his decision. I mean, taking the Celtics to the playoffs in just his second season, I mean, I think he's one of the bright coaching stars in the NBA today. It was the NBA's game and college basketball's loss when he moved on to the Celtics.
Well said. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and you know the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Big Daddy, he's in at shooting guard. Davis is out there with Aminu. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Plumlee in at the center, locking down the middle. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bulls was not his usual self. He had 6 points, and he also added a few assists as he set up his teammates as well. He never seemed to find his rhythm and ended with an abysmal.
As always, thank you. Well, not the kind of performance they count on, Greg, from him.
And that's the thing. I mean, they count on him heavily. When he fails to come through, then that's when you end up with
confident to pull out a win when he has the
Crowder, the pass to Olynyk. And too long on the shot. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.